Guys, I'm gonna switch the topic. My niece sent me a article that was saying that a lot of people in the Silicon Valley was saying that 2026 something big is gonna happen in 2026. More specifically, um, I actually that article made me to think that to read more, and then I found that there's some interview with a professor in probably in computer science, and he was had some very good, interesting idea. His notion is that with the AI, the way that the AI improve itself, and the AI, the speed that they do that, and we have something called recursive self-improvement. So the professor, I forgot his name, he was saying that if today's AI maybe have an IQ like 120, that's probably average, still towards the high end. Maybe as time goes on quickly, maybe next year the IQ will be like 150, or the next year will be IQ will be like 250. So this is basically if you put that into perspective, that any IQ with 150, that's like less than 1% of the population. Okay. Now, when we talk about the 250, that's basically super intelligence. That's what we meant by AGI, artificial general intelligence. And then the way the AI improve itself without direct human intervention, without direct human input, that's a game changer. That's what make our world today so exciting. So here, that makes me to think about it. A question. Remember that I was talking about, innovation theory, Schumpeterian, um, Agion, and Howard, their model, which won the Nobel Prize for this year, 2026. Okay, they were talking about basically they were talking about um, heavily depend heavily focus on the supply side. Okay. So the question is that the AI progress, it's the AI revolution or evolution, that we are seeing now right in front of our eyes, proves that the technology, the innovation is basically AI supply determined game. No the demand side, basically nothing, very little to do with the demand side. I actually believe that if you take this latest development, you will see that demand side is going to be more important than ever before. Let me tell you why. In the past, we all the innovation so far we've been doing is that we have like take steps, just like remember the ANH model. They're talking about the quality improvement ladder. Not the original, because the original idea was like um, proposed by Grossman and Helpman. But that they used that they borrow that notion into their model, and so basically saying that with the Schumpeterian notion of self-destruction, right? Creative destruction. So that everything is the supply side determined. Okay, and the demand side, they very little talk about it, very little about it, but that's the AI proof that more than ever that we're gonna be so demand side we're gonna play a more important role. Why? It's simple. It comes down to something called a relative scarcity, meaning that when the AI can be so powerful, can improve itself quickly, exponentially, then that it will have a very, very strong, never stronger before, supply side for innovation. So when you have a strong supply side, you know what is the relative scarcity demand side becomes important, you know, because today when the our AI is still like average, doing some average limited job, but as you know, as time goes on quickly, maybe by the end of 2026, we will see big jump of the quality of the AI. So that means that today people who are in doubt of the AI power will quickly jump to the bandwagon, and then they will start using the AI. However, these people, they are less likely to be ahead of AI. They're less likely to be uh, having a very strong human curiosity that empower them to raise new questions, to think a different ways, to try to, once at least one step or half step ahead of the AI. So that kind of thing, that means that if the AI is so powerful, then more people will jump to it, will be using it. The more people using it, the higher probability for something new to be happening. So the best way to put it that is like AI, the innovation has been a symphony and a global sized symphony. The musicians basically are on the supplier side. They are playing on the stage. People in the audience, they are this demand side. Unlike the regular symphony or orchestra, which basically play the fixed scores, fix the musical note, whatever. I don't know what's the uh, professional name for it, but in the real AI related revolution, we will be more likely for the people, musicians, the suppliers on the stage. They are keep changing their music. They will be like improv, they they basically there's no fixed you know, predetermined script or music note. Instead, they watch closely to the people in the audience, and then based on their reaction, based on their feedback, they've changed their movement. They changed the play of the music. So that's the new thing. It's gonna be because like I said, the basic point is that because the supply side will be becoming so strong, making the demand side even more relatively scarce, and then that makes the so in the end we will have a symphony from the both the supply and the demand side. Let's stop here.